Because you're not only handling Mustapha al-Jazari case, you're handling other cases in the county.
I'm telling you, Virginia has a much bigger problem than Mustapha al-Jazari. If you have a medical examiner like Jean Maya falsifying dispositions on death.
I mean, we just watched the dash camera where Dorothy and Mustapha are passing back and forth a cigarette, and Dorothy literally feels Mustapha's fingers. Now,
what's the phrase? How deep does this rabbit hole go? Is that what?
How deep does this rabbit hole go? Yeah. I mean, we're definitely
how deep is the rabbit hole in Prince William County?
A rabbit hole. And by the way, the conversation cannot be dismissed because apparently I have the file and I'm leaking this file all over the internet. That's a very disturbing and terrifying position for this county. You can't dismiss my conversation.
So you have an officer who tampers with evidence, like Chad Mason. You have an officer like Robert Drum who falsifies warrants, falsifies statements. You have a medical examiner who falsifies a medical examiner report.
And you have officers that beat you inside the jail. You have officers that will write you off as incompetent.
How deep
to dismiss your conversation.
Does the rabbit hole
You have
go?
Defense attorneys that's on a payroll that work with prosecutors.
I think we should close with this.
I want to go over the last section just to
go ahead.
The last part.
Go ahead.
This dash camera is cut before impact. What you see here is Mustapha is driving. He takes a lane to pass that vehicle in front of him.
What time
Clearly, this is 6:35:08. Clearly, Mustapha takes a wrong lane. He finds himself in a position where at this point, you see that vehicle on his right. He can't get back into traffic.
Make that full screen.
Yeah. You can't get back into traffic. There's a vehicle blocking him on the right.
Clearly, you see the vehicle on his right.
The vehicle ends up in oncoming traffic. The prosecutor wants to say Mustapha jerked the vehicle into oncoming. That's not true.
Well, he said you made a hard left turn into oncoming traffic. Where is the hard left turn? I'm waiting to see someone turn the hard left. Where is it?
Mustapha takes a lane. He finds himself on the wrong lane. You can't get back into traffic.
If you go straight, if you go straight here, you're in oncoming traffic.
By the way, this vehicle right here, I'm going to circle this vehicle right here. You can't get back into traffic.
Zoom in on that. Zoom in on that. Okay, clearly a vehicle to his right.
I mean, you can't get back into traffic anymore. This vehicle blocks you from going back into traffic. What did Mustapha do at that point? Mustapha slams on the brake.
According to the data recorder.
According to the data.
He's on the brake from that point on. He's on the brake.
The police department inspected Mustapha's vehicle and found brake failure. 2 calipers did not work. Mustapha got the vehicle to stop, go down from his driving speed limit, 55, all the way down to 35. But the vehicle does not stop. What do? You end up in oncoming traffic. What did Mustapha
do? He's trying to avoid a car accident. I mean, you're going to play that video. You're going to see cars oncoming.
He avoids that van.
If he's going to crash, why not hit the van?
Look, he avoids every vehicle. And then the camera cuts off. So you see that Honda Civic, by the way? Let
me make it bigger.
You see that Honda Civic right here?
Okay.
That's the Honda Civic. Okay, that's the SUV. So you want to tell me, go ahead.
You want to tell us that the car that was closer was able to avoid crashing into him, but the car that's further away crashed into him? What the fuck? You want to tell us the car that's closer to him, which means is about to impact him, doesn't hit, and the car that's further back?
Mustapha avoids every vehicle, makes it to the 4th lane.
Unbelievable.
The SUV turns into Mustapha.
And what is okay?
What did they avoid? I mean, by the way, the camera cuts off here because Chad Mason cuts that's dash camera.
I mean, that's obvious. He tampered with the dash camera.
Not only did they cut this dash camera.
Hold on a second. We're talking about the car that's closer to him and the SUV that's further back, which should have more time to react. Okay, let's look at facts. Let's not talk about my opinion. Let's not talk about your opinion. Let's look at the facts. The facts, which is the data recorder, shows the SUV never hit the brake. That's one. Number 2, the SUV was going almost 10 miles an hour over the speed limit. That's number 2. Number 3, what is, I mean, again, I'm not saying that the other driver is 100% at fault, that she intentionally crashed him. No,
But she contributed to the accident.
100%.
Specifically, if she turned into Mustafa.
If she turned into
Mustafa
him,
clears.
if she never hit the brake, obviously she's going to crash into him. Obviously. Her steering angle is missing because Robert Drum excluded that as a 20-year investigator, crash investigator. Robert Drum took out the steering angle from the SUV and took out the steering angle from Mustapha and concealed it. Why would you conceal it? You're a crash investigator. Your job is to literally recreate the accident and provide a report for the county, for the police department. Your job is to recreate the accident. Yet all of a sudden you're missing the key, most important fact of the accident, the steering angle. I mean, on the scene, he says she must have turned into him. On the scene, Robert Drum says she turned into him. The other driver is asking the officer when he meets her at the hospital, she says she wants her rosary beads. Now, we know in Virginia that if you have something hanging on your mirror, you get a ticket for it. Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
If state police pull you over, if a police officer pulls you over and you have an air freshener, you have anything hanging on your mirror, you're going to get a ticket for it. She has a giant thing hanging out of her mirror. Is it possible she wasn't paying attention?
They said on the scene, they said she's a PLS patient. She's talking about being on medication. I mean, where is her toxicology report?
Where's her toxic? I mean, you're talking about a fatal accident, and you didn't think to check both drive. I mean, you checked Mustapha. He's not on drugs. He's not on alcohol. You never checked the other driver. Why she never reacted? We clearly have 5 seconds of pre-crash data from the Suburban.
I want to show you.
And there's not a single time where she hit the brake.
I want to show you the indentation into Mustafa's vehicle.
As a matter of fact,
do me a favor. Go over to
as a matter of fact, the other driver was on the accelerator pedal. Did you know that? She was on the accelerator.
So she never hit the brake, and she's on the accelerator.
And it's obvious because the Honda that was closer to him did not strike him, but the SUV that was further back hit him at full speed.
On the scene, Robert Drum says the SUV, Mustapha cleared all the vehicle, made it to the 4th lane, and the SUV turned into Mustapha. Now, on this body cam, do me a favor, go over to exhibit.
I mean, it's no wonder why they're scared for the expert to examine the cars. No wonder.
I want to show you. Do me a favor, go over to exhibits. I want to show you this. Here, Robert Drum is pointing at Mustafa's vehicle, and he says the indentation.
I'll be right back.
No, I mean this is for you. I want you to see this. So that's the independent expert inspecting Mustafa's car. Okay, and you see that imprint right here. You see that imprint right here. Do me a favor, take it off exhibits.
Go ahead.
You see that? You see that indentation here?
Oh, what did he just say?
Oh, wait. You see that? You see that imprint right here? He's talking about this imprint.
Zoom in on that.
You see that imprint right here? That's the SUV's tire. The SUV turned into Mustapha, and she struck the vehicle there.
There's a better image.
Wait. Hang on. Listen to what Robert Drum's talk about.
Okay.
Listen.
Can you almost see the perfect imprint from the Suburban?
What did Chad Mason testify to Judge Weimer when he got on the stand? Chad Mason testified that the vehicle was struck here. Right?
Interesting.
That's what Chad Mason said. I have the audio recording that Chad Mason said that
Mustapha maneuvered the vehicle so that Dorothy's door could be hit. That's what he said.
The SUV struck the vehicle here. This is the imprint of the vehicle, right? Okay. What if I show you a body cam where the radiator flush is on the 4th lane?
The radiator fluid, it's in the 4th lane. And the SUV, as we just saw, was in the third lane. So when Mustapha is driving, there's lane 1, lane 2, where the Honda was, that was closer and he was able to avoid. But the SUV in the third lane, which was further back, struck him. How is that possible? I mean, how is that possible? How can the SUV that's further back T-bone him, by the way? Think about it.
Because the SUV, Mustapha cleared the SUV to the fourth lane, and the SUV turned into Mustapha.
But think about it like this. If he was to hit the SUV, it would be a head-on collision. For the SUV to hit the backside of his passenger side, he must have been at such an angle. He must have been at such an angle. And for the SUV to come in, he was already at almost a 90-degree angle.
Specifically,
to the SUV.
the Honda Civic. He cleared the Honda Civic only to be struck by the SUV. I mean,
It would have been a head-on collision.
It would have been a head-on collision, but
it's not a head-on collision.
I mean, I'm going to show you. I want to show you a specific body cam where the radiator flush is.
I mean, it's right there. It's right there. Pause it.
Wait. There's a better one.
All right, that's all right. So do you have the story?
There we go. This is the firefighter putting sand absorbent on the fourth lane.
Let me get to the video. Okay, go ahead. Go back.
So you're going to see one of the firefighters putting sand absorbent on the fourth lane.
Why would you put it on the fourth lane?
Look.
If Robert Drum is claiming that the accident happened because Mustapha hit the SUV.
You see, this is the radiator flush, by the way. The point of impact is the fourth lane.
Why so much fluid in the fourth lane? I wonder.
Now, here, let's see if I can get to, there's a specific body cam where.
Stories. All right, that's all right. So do you have the sheet, the procedure? All right, that's all right. Stories.
Go back.
All right, that's all right.
Okay.